Why some sex positions help female orgasm more than others. Did you know that studies show nearly 70% of women do not reach orgasm from intercourse alone? That means many women spend years wondering if something is wrong with them. But the truth is simple. The issue is usually not the body, it is a lack of accurate information. By understanding how the female body works, you can see why some positions increase pleasure and orgasm chances, while others do not. The key fact: the clitoris matters most. The most important thing to know about female orgasm is that the clitoris plays a central role. Many people think the clitoris is only the small visible part on the outside. In reality, it is a much larger internal structure. It extends inside the body with branches and tissue surrounding parts of the vaginal canal. The entire structure can be several centimeters long. Why does this matter? Because most women need direct or indirect clitoral stimulation to reach orgasm. What research shows? A major study published in 2017 surveyed more than 1,000 women and found that only 18% reported reaching orgasm through intercourse alone. Most women needed additional clitoral stimulation. Another large study involving over 20,000 women found that factors such as location of stimulation, amount of pressure, consistency of movement, type of touch, all strongly affect the likelihood of orgasm. What this means for sex positions: the positions most likely to help a woman reach orgasm are usually the ones that provide consistent clitoral stimulation, better body alignment, more friction in the right areas, easy access for additional touch. Example: imagine two situations. Position A: penetration occurs, but there is little contact with the clitoris. Position B: the bodies stay close together, creating steady pressure and friction on the clitoris throughout the movement. Most women are more likely to reach orgasm in position B because the stimulation is more consistent. The main takeaway: female orgasm is not simply about penetration. Research shows that clitoral stimulation is usually the most important factor. Understanding this can remove confusion, reduce frustration, and help couples focus on techniques and positions that work with the body rather than against it. Why woman on top is often effective for female orgasm. Female pleasure is about more than penetration alone. For many women, clitoral stimulation plays the biggest role in reaching orgasm. Another area often discussed is the G-spot, located on the front wall of the vagina. For some women, stimulation at certain angles can create strong sensations. Researchers believe this area may be connected to the internal clitoral network, but physical stimulation is only part of the story. Research using brain imaging has shown that female orgasm involves the entire nervous system. Factors such as emotional comfort, feeling safe with a partner, being mentally present, low stress levels, can all affect sexual satisfaction and orgasm. Even a highly effective position may not work if a woman feels anxious, distracted, or uncomfortable. There is no perfect position for everyone. Every woman's body is different. The location and sensitivity of pleasure areas vary from person to person. A position that feels amazing for one woman may feel average for another. This is completely normal. The positions discussed here are supported by research because they tend to work for many women. But communication, exploration, and understanding your own body remain the most important factors. Position 1. Woman on top cowgirl. One of the most research-supported positions for female orgasm is woman on top. Why it works? This position gives the woman greater control. Angle, depth, speed, rhythm, pressure. Control is important because it allows adjustments based on what feels best. Many women can position themselves so that the clitoral area stays in contact with their partner's body, creating steady friction and stimulation. For example, leaning slightly forward can increase contact and make stimulation more consistent. What research suggests? Studies have found that women often report higher orgasm rates in positions where they have more control over pelvic movement. Research has also shown that positions allowing both internal sensation and clitoral stimulation at the same time can increase the likelihood of orgasm. How to make it more effective? 1. Lean slightly forward. Instead of sitting completely upright, a slight forward lean may create better contact and stimulation. Example, think of moving closer rather than sitting tall. The closer body contact can make sensations stronger. 2. Focus on steady movement. Many women prefer smooth, controlled movements rather than fast up and down motion. Example, gentle back and forth, circular, or rocking movements may provide more consistent stimulation than repeated vertical movement. 3. Prioritize consistency. Research suggests that steady, predictable stimulation is often more effective than constantly changing speed or movement patterns. Key takeaway: the woman on top position is effective because it allows greater control and can make clitoral stimulation easier to maintain. For many women, that combination significantly increases the chance of orgasm compared with positions that focus mainly on penetration. Position 2. Coital alignment technique, CAT, and introduction to rear entry. Using your hand or a small vibrator during intercourse is completely normal. Studies show that women who add clitoral stimulation during sex are much more likely to reach orgasm than those who rely on penetration alone. Communication is also important. If a certain movement, speed, or position feels better, tell your partner. Clear communication helps both partners understand what works best. A different way to think about woman on top. Some women feel uncomfortable being on top because they feel exposed or self-conscious. But this position is not about performing for someone else. It is about having control over movement, angle, and stimulation so you can focus on your own pleasure. Position 2. Coital alignment technique, CAT. The coital alignment technique, CAT, is a modified version of the missionary position. It was developed to increase clitoral stimulation during intercourse. Why it works? In traditional missionary, movement often focuses on deeper penetration. While this may feel pleasurable, it does not always provide enough clitoral stimulation. The CAT technique changes body positioning so the partners maintain more consistent contact in the clitoral area. Instead of strong in and out movement, both partners use a gentle rocking motion that creates steady pressure and friction. Example, think of the difference between repeatedly pressing and releasing a button, keeping steady pressure on the same spot. Many women find that consistent stimulation is more effective than constantly changing pressure. What research suggests? Research on CAT found that many women reported higher orgasm rates compared with standard missionary. One reason may be that the movement pattern provides the type of stimulation women often describe as most effective. Steady, rhythmic, consistent, focused on one area. How to make it more effective? 1. Adjust body position. The penetrating partner moves slightly higher so that the pelvis maintains closer contact with the clitoral area. 2. Use a rocking motion. Instead of fast thrusting, both partners move together in a slow, coordinated rhythm. 3. Slow down. Many couples find slower movement creates stronger arousal because sensations have time to build naturally. 4. Maintain contact. Keeping consistent contact often works better than frequently changing position or rhythm. Why many couples like this position? The CAT technique allows full body contact, face-to-face connection, easy communication, consistent stimulation. For women who value emotional closeness during sex, these factors can make the experience more satisfying. Position 3. Rear entry doggy style. The next position is rear entry, often called doggy style. Women have very different experiences with this position. Some enjoy it because of the angle and sensations it creates. Others find it uncomfortable or less emotionally connected. Like every position, its effectiveness depends on individual anatomy, comfort, communication, and personal preference. No position works equally well for everyone, and that is completely normal. Position 3. Rear entry and position 4. Spooning. Position 3. Rear entry doggy style. When adjusted correctly, Rear entry positions can provide strong stimulation for areas on the front wall of the vagina that many women find pleasurable. Why it works? The angle of penetration in rear entry positions often targets the front anterior vaginal wall, an area associated with intense sensations for some women. Research suggests that sensations from this region may be connected to the internal clitoral structure. Because of this connection, stimulation can feel different from external clitoral stimulation and may create deeper, fuller sensations for some women. What research suggests? Studies have found that women who are sensitive to this area often report greater pleasure from positions that create an upward angle of penetration. However, responses vary widely. What works well for one woman may not work the same way for another. How to make it more effective? 1. Flat variation. Lie comfortably on your stomach instead of staying on hands and knees. Example, a small pillow under the hips can slightly change the angle and improve comfort. 2. Pillow support. Place 1 or 2 firm pillows beneath the hips. This simple adjustment can improve body alignment and make sensations more comfortable. 3. Adjust body position. Lowering the upper body while keeping the hips slightly elevated may change the angle in a way some women prefer. 4. Add clitoral stimulation. Research consistently shows that combining penetration with clitoral stimulation increases the likelihood of orgasm for many women. Comfort comes first. If a position causes pain, discomfort, or excessive pressure, adjust the angle, depth, speed, or body position. Pain during sex should not be ignored. If discomfort happens regularly, speaking with a healthcare professional can help identify possible causes and solutions. Communication is important. Example, saying a little slower or less deep can make a significant difference in comfort and pleasure. Position 4. Spooning. Spooning is one of the most overlooked positions for female pleasure, especially for women who feel anxious, tense, or under pressure during sex. Why it works? In this position, both partners lie on their sides, facing the same direction, creating a relaxed and comfortable experience. It offers several advantages: less physical strain, relaxed body posture, close physical contact, easy access for clitoral stimulation. Example, think of spooning as a position focused on comfort rather than effort. Because the body is relaxed, many women find it easier to stay present and enjoy sensations without distraction. Additional benefits: the angle can provide pleasurable internal stimulation for some women, while also allowing easy access for external stimulation. Because both partners are close together, many couples describe the position as emotionally comforting and intimate. Why many women like it? For women who struggle with performance pressure, anxiety, or difficulty relaxing, spooning can feel safer and more natural. Research shows that relaxation, emotional comfort, and consistent stimulation all contribute to sexual satisfaction and orgasm. Spooning supports all three. Key takeaway: rear entry positions can be effective because of their angle and potential for combined stimulation, while spooning stands out for comfort, relaxation, and intimacy. Neither position is universally best, but both can be valuable options depending on individual preferences and comfort. Position 4. Common questions and final takeaways. Position 4. Spooning. Spooning is often underrated, but it can be one of the most comfortable and effective positions for many women. Why it works? In spooning, both partners lie on their sides, facing the same direction. This creates physical comfort, relaxed body posture, close body contact, easy access for additional stimulation. Many women describe this position as calming and emotionally connecting. Feeling relaxed and secure can make it easier to enjoy sensations and stay present. What research suggests? Studies on long-term relationships show that women who feel emotionally connected and comfortable with their partner often report higher sexual satisfaction and more consistent orgasms. Emotional comfort and physical pleasure are closely connected. For many women, both matter. How to make it more effective? 1. Guide your partner. Instead of expecting your partner to know exactly what feels best, show them. Example, guide their hand and communicate the pressure or rhythm you prefer. 2. Change leg position. Small changes in leg placement can create very different sensations. Try keeping legs together, raising the top leg slightly, resting the top leg over your partner's hip. 3. Use additional stimulation if desired. Many women find that combining penetration with clitoral stimulation increases pleasure and orgasm likelihood. 4. Move slowly. Spooning often works best with gentle, steady movement rather than speed. 5. Focus on relaxation. Slow breathing and staying present can help the body remain relaxed and responsive. Common questions. What if none of these positions work for me? That's completely normal. Position is only one part of the experience. Other important factors include arousal before intercourse, comfort and relaxation, emotional connection, communication, consistent stimulation. Sometimes discovering what works best takes time and experimentation. What if it takes me a long time? Research suggests many women need more time to reach orgasm than people often expect. Example, if it takes 10-15 minutes or longer, that does not mean anything is wrong. Building arousal gradually is normal. What if I've never had an orgasm? Many women experience this and later learn what works for their body. Self-exploration, education, communication, and professional support when needed can all help. Learning about your own preferences first often makes partner experiences easier and more satisfying. Is it normal to use a vibrator? Yes. Many women use vibrators and find them helpful for understanding their body's responses and increasing sexual satisfaction. A vibrator is simply a tool that provides consistent stimulation. The 4 research-supported positions. 1. Woman on top. Provides greater control over angle, pressure, rhythm, clitoral contact. 2. Coital alignment techniques CAT. A modified missionary position designed to create more consistent clitoral stimulation. 3. Modified rear entry can provide strong internal sensations for some women, especially when combined with external stimulation. 4. Spooning combines comfort, intimacy, and easy access for additional stimulation. Final takeaway. The most important lesson is that there is no single position that works for everyone. Pleasure depends on many factors, including body structure, stimulation style, comfort, emotional connection, and communication. The goal is not finding a perfect position. The goal is understanding your body, exploring what feels good, and creating an experience that works for you. Knowledge, patience, and open communication are often far more important than any specific position.